So yeah, there you go. Gonna level up soon. Now we're level 2. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I can add sound and stuff. Roblox Studio. So last video we made a level up GUI, not sorry, a rank title tutorial. So today I just decided to make something a bit similar to that, and that is a level up GUI. Okay, so a level up GUI is basically like a bar, or a level up bar, I should say, a level bar. Is okay, a bar that shows your progress in your game by showing, like, for example, how much XP you have in your level. So I'm going to show you an example right now. So I just made this quick thing right here to level up GUI, whatever it's called. Let's put this in our start GUI, and this is how it looks like. So this is, you can really find this in anywhere. Like, you can find this in any type of game. So for example, RPG games mostly, you can find these. I don't know, mini games, pretty much any game has this. So it really is a bar. It shows your progress through your levels, and this shows like what level you are, and this shows your XP. How much XP you have, how much current XP you have out of the total amount of XP you need to level up. Since the last video we didn't make a tutorial that does have to do with our level. So I just decided to make this. Now we actually made the rank title. So this is the model script we used last video. We won't really be using this. It's not really significant because you don't really need this. So don't worry about that if you don't actually need this. But if you do want to maybe have that in your game, be sure to check out the last video we made. And yeah, so basically, let's say we have a level, right? We have a level system because we did do a level system. We made a level system in our leader stats. And I'm going to actually just do that again because I think I just deleted the script for it. So let's first start off with our level and our XP stats. And we can put our level in our leader stats, and XP doesn't really have to be in our leader stats. So let's make a player added event. So game.players.player added connect function. In this brackets we put player. This is the player that joined, and then enter, and then you see the end. Okay, so let's make our leader stats folder. So local L, let's do L leader stats, whatever, equals instance dot new folder. We make a new folder, leader stats dot name equal leader stats. It has to be spelled exactly like this. This means it shows our stats, or whatever stat is inside this folder, it will show on the player leaderboard. Basically, the player leaderboard that you see on the top right corner. Yeah. Okay, leader stats dot parented to the player equals player. Okay, then let's make our level value. So local level equal instance dot new and number value. We're gonna make a new number value. This is gonna be our level. Nope. Level dot name equals level, and level dot parent equals leader stats. And we're gonna start off with the level 1. I think usually that's what levels start with. So level dot value equals 1. So this is gonna be our value, our starting value for a new player. We are gonna do okay. Well, let's actually make our XP then. Local XP equal another number value, and then XP dot name equals XP with caps. You can really name whatever, but just make sure this is supposed to be for our XP value. So this is how much XP a player has during a level. So for example, when a player is in level 1, let's say they need at least 10 XP to level up to level 2, right? And this is how much current XP they have. So when they have the maximum amount of XP in their level, their XP will reset and they will level up, basically. So that's how it will work. That's how actually I did it in some other games. But yeah, and then it's parented to the actually let's parent it to the level, because we don't really want to show we don't want this to show on the player leaderboard. It kind of looks weird. I mean, you can if you want, but let's not really have that. I think it'll look better. Okay, so this is actually the thing I made. Doesn't actually work, so it doesn't have a script. And yeah, this is only GUI. This is like raw GUI. So let's actually make a script now, and it's going to be a local script, of course, because it's a GUI. Okay, let's actually call the server script a leader stats because that's what it is. Okay. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's make a player variable. So local player equals game.players.local player. This is the local player of the client. And now we can get the level and the XP values from the player. So local, actually, let's get a leader stats first. Leader stats from the player. Leader stats equals player. And then we need to use wait for child because this is on client and it might not load it yet. Leader stats. Because leader stats we actually added from the server. So in case like the player hasn't loaded yet, this might break. And that's why you use wait for child because we want to wait for the folder to be added from the server. Okay, so local player, level equals leader stats wait for child. We also use wait for child in this case, and level. And then we use local XP equals leader stats wait for child XP. And I think no, we actually parented inside the level, so we'll do level wait for child XP. All right, this is cool. Now let's actually start with making variables for our GUI. So there's this one big main frame right here. This holds everything. This is our level bar, so we can actually like move this. This is the thing that's going to be moving, and level text. This is our level, and this is our XP. So this shows how much XP we have out of the total amount of XP we can get per level. Okay, so let's do local main. We'll script that parent. And then do like the progress bar equals main dot progress. I think that's the, or is that a level bar? Sorry, level bar. Actually, doesn't make sense. Let's call this level bar. And then we'll do select text. So local level text equal main dot level text local and then progress. Progress. So this will be the XP text. So let's do like we call it XP text equals progress main dot progress. Okay, so just so you know, you guys can actually like customize this. You don't have to keep it the way it is. You can like change the color, etc. So for example, you can change the gradient if you want. You want a different gradient. So let's say you want this to be blue or whatever you want, whatever the fuck. Okay, my bad. Okay, so you can make it like this, right? Doesn't really matter. But yeah, you can do that. Let's see, or the main, you can change this to white if you want. You can change this to, goddamn, nice white color. Looks pretty cool, but whatever. That's just a side note. All right, so let's actually make the event. Now, before anything, actually, you know what? Yeah. So when we play the game, let's say we usually gain XP, right? We don't gain a level, but we gain XP. So we want to detect whenever a player has gained XP. And you can't really lose XP, so it doesn't really, you don't have to worry about like losing XP because you can't really lose XP. That makes no sense. So we'll do XP because we made a variable for XP, and we'll do change. So this is a change event. So whenever XP is changed, and then connect this to a function. So we do connect and function brackets, and then this is the new XP value, which is the new amount of XP a player has gained. So we'll do a new XP or current XP, whatever, new XP. All right. So whenever XP is changed, we want to change the size of the bar. So for this, in this case, let's see if we can click on it. In this case, we want to change how much XP it has, or we don't want to change how much XP it has. I mean, you want to change the size depending on how much XP has been gained. So in this case, we make a ratio. And actually, before anything, I forgot to do, but if you want to make a maximum amount of XP for each level, you can make a simple formula. But you can really, well, you can really do whatever you want for the formula. But if you want to make a max XP for each level, you can just make a simple formula. So what I did, um, so local max XP, because you're not gonna be making a specific maximum. So max XP. So we're not gonna make a specific max XP for every single level, right? So you do want to make a mathematical formula. So what I did is do so current level, so level that value, which is the player's level. And let's say, of course, we want for each level, we want the XP needed to level up to the next level greater than the previous. For example, let's say we have level 1, we have 10 XP needed to level up to level 2. And in level 2, let's say we want 20 XP to level up to level 3, etc. So in this case, we can do level out value, and then you can multiply this by, let's make brackets, and then 10 to the power of 1.1. And that just makes it so for each level, you need more XP to level up again, basically. So for example, for level 1, you want 10 XP to level up. Meanwhile, in level 10, you might need a bit more. And that's pretty much all this does. So now we can actually, let's see. Okay, so now we need to check. So this is the max XP, right? The max XP needed. So now we need to check if the XP gained is more than the max XP, meaning the player has to level up. So if new XP is greater than or equal to max XP, then we actually need to fire server, but otherwise else we just change the size of the level bar. So level bar, when you want to change the size, you don't actually want it to just teleport, or not teleport, but immediately change the size, right? We want it to animate because that's how usually level bars operate. So you want it to like animate like this. So how can we do that? We can't just set the position, right? Because that won't work. That will be very choppy. So in this case, we want to do tween size. So tween is basically like an animation that you can use for GUIs. Can also use for anything else, pretty much, any other object. But for tween size, you can actually do it easily with GUI. You just do tween size, and then you can have you have a bunch of parameters. You can do like, well, I think the first parameter is necessary, which is the actual size you want it to tween to. So in this case, we do udim2.new. So this is a position value. Not a position value. It's basically, well, it's a udim2 value, but you can use it for size and positions, basically. And that's specifically for GUI, right? For 2D objects. So let's say for the X scaled, we want it to be new XP divided by max XP, because that's the ratio we want it to be for the level bar, the size, and that's X scale. So for X offset, we want it to be 0. Y scale, we don't want it to increase size vertically, so we just do the same size. So level bar dot size dot y dot scale, because that's scaled, and then 0 again for Y offset. And then you have some like easing direction, easing direction and easing style. So I can choose anything. So enum the easing direction dot out, and then enum the easing style dot sign. Usually that's what I do. And then 0.1 for the speed of the animation, and then false. I think that's override. I don't know. I think how much it repeats, but don't really know what that is. Okay, so now let's change the text. So XP text, that text equals new XP, then concatenate this with a string, and then do max XP. Oh, and my bad. I think for the max XP you want to round it, because that won't give you a good number. So math.round, and then just round that. All right. I think that should be it. So now we change the size. Now let's actually copy and paste this in the beginning, because in case, well, if you are using a data store, the XP will change like after So if you are using a data store, right, the data will load actually after the XP values and the level values will be made. So technically it will change. But if you're not using data store, but I mean, you're most likely will. Um, but that's for this for another video, right? I'm gonna make another video just for the data stores because that's a bit complicated. But don't worry about it in this video. But anyways, let's actually make another. Let's see. I think I did I. Hmm. Max XP. Local max XP. We're gonna make a max XP here, and then we'll do XP dot value here and XP dot value. XP dot value. Okay. This is the beginning. So when it starts, you want it to start to 0. You want this to begin at 0 if the player hasn't played in the if the player hasn't played before. And yeah. So far it's looking good. Let's see. Alright. So what if the player has leveled up? So if it's XP, if the player's XP has surpassed the maximum amount of XP for their level. So we're gonna actually make a remote event. So remote event, and then we're gonna call this level up. So this remote event will be fired whenever a player levels up. So let's say player levels up, right? So let's actually make a variable for this. Local level up equals game.replicated store dot level up. And I'm gonna fire this client. Oh, sorry, this is here. And we're gonna actually hold a minute. Okay, so player level, so local new level, we're gonna make a variable for the next level that the player is gonna level up to. Equals level that value plus 1. So that's the new level. And then we're gonna change the text for the level text that text equals level. Concatenate this with new level. So for example, if the player had leveled up from level 1 to level 2, this will say level 2. And because we added 1 to the current level value. That works. Okay. And then what we can do, we can tweak this again, but we don't really need to. And then I think for the progress text, we'll do XP text that text equals 0 out of, so we'll do actually 0 then a max XP. So we'll make this again. Well, actually we don't need local for this because we already made the variable for this. Let's copy this line right here, and so we have a new maximum amount of XP required. And we'll do, instead of level dot value, we do new level, because now that's the maximum amount of XP required for the next level, right? So now we can do max XP. And this is basically the same variable. We just really set it to something different. Doesn't really matter. But yeah. Okay, now after this, we can finally fire the remote. So level up remote, level up, and then fire server. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We don't really need anything else because we're going to get all the other stuff from the player on the server. So let's actually make a new script. You don't really have to, but you can if you want. Or you can write on a previous script. So level up, let's call it level up. Okay, so local level up remote equal game.replicated storage dot level up remote dot on server event connect function. And then in this brackets is the player that is fired from, so the player that's leveling up. So the player right here, when he levels up, we want to get the player's level and the XP, and we also want to, so we want the player's level to be, we want the player to level up, right? So we add 1 to the player's level, and then we set the XP back to 0 because that's the current XP the player has per level. So in the new level, the player will have 0 XP. So local level equals player Then leader stats. This is server, so it doesn't really matter. The XP or not that level. And local XP equals player.leader stats, or actually let's do level the XP. I think that's how it was. Okay, yeah, nice. Okay, so all we need to do is actually do level that value plus equals 1. We add 1 to the level value of the player, and then XP that value oh my god, I can't value equals 0. We set it back to 0 because the player has just leveled up, and you want the progress bar to go back to 0 where it started, like this, because the player has leveled up. So yeah, let's see if this works. Let's see if this I think I might have done something wrong here. And in case you leveled up without changing the XP, we do want to set this again. So level.text equals level.new level. So we put this line in the beginning again, and then in this case we'll do is player or level the value. And after that, because that's in the beginning, actually let's make another event just in case the player levels up without changing any XP. I don't know, would that even work? I think you probably don't need this, but in case the player, oh, that might be needed if you're using data stores, yeah. So if the player has loaded in and all of the player's data has loaded in, you might need this in case like the player's level change, because I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, but whatever. You might need this if you're saying the data. Yeah, of course you need this. So a level dot change connect function, and then this is the new level. Then just copy and paste this. In this case, otherwise, if the XP, so in case the XP didn't change right while loading data, the level must have changed, right? So that's why. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, let's test this out. Now, actually, what I did is we can test this out by using a brick. Oh, did I not make the brick? Okay, whatever. It doesn't really matter. So you can use a click part or like a touch brick. Actually, I'll show you later how to make a touch brick. Click together is easier, so we're gonna be using that script. Okay, so local click equals script apparent. That mouse clicked connect function player and the parameter the player that clicked the thingy majingy, and we'll do player dot leader stats dot the level dot XP plus equals I don't know, 5 or 2, whatever. Okay, I think this should work. Okay, let's see. So we're joining in. We're currently level 1. As you can see, our bar is empty. So now when we click this, I think, oh, something happened. Okay. XP that value, my bad. XP that value. You add the value to, or the number to the value. Okay, so as you can see, we've gained 2 XP. Let's click on it more. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and now we level up to level 2, and now it restarted to 0. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So right now, as you can see, we level up to level 2. Let's do, now we have 25 XP required. Previously, we only needed 13, and that's how the math formula, blah, 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 whatever it works. Isn't really that hard, to be honest. The math's not really hard. I just need to make sure that for each level, you need more XP than previously to level up. So that's pretty much it. So let's level up again. Level 3, boom, and it starts back to 0. And yeah, this is how it works. So next video will teach you guys how to make a saving system for it. Even though I did make a data store tutorial, I'm just gonna make another one just for this, because you will need 2. Yeah, you need 2 values to be saved, so the level and the XP technically. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you don't want to wait for the next video, because I already made a video on this, so you can just watch it, and I'll drop it down below. It's multiple data store tutorial, blah blah blah, whatever it is. But yeah, in case you want to know how to make a script for the part, or a touch script for it. So let's do like, hold on a minute, let's make another script. So local touch or part equals c dot parent part dot touch connect function, and then hit is the thing that hit the part, the thing that touched it. So in this case, it would be a body part of the player if the player touched it. So player equals game dot players dot get player from character hit dot parent. Hit dot parent, if the player did touch it, hit dot parent should be the player's character. So if you can get, so character, if you can get a player from the character, then would be a player that touched it. So, or let's do local then. So it is a player. We want to check if it's a player. So if player, then, so if a player did touch it, we can just do the same exact thing. So player dot leader stats dot level dot xp the value plus equals 2. And we do want a cooldown for this, so let's do local cooldown equals false. And then we make another if statement. If not cooldown, then cooldown equals true. Then wait 1, and then cooldown equals false. Okay, let's actually erase all of these spaces. We don't need this. Okay, let's see if this touch script works now. Okay. Chabongas. Damn, holy. Okay, let's see if this works. So we're going to touch this. As you can see, we can get XP from touching this brick. Now we're going to be at level 2. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah. Oh, by the way, if you want to implement the, what's it called again? The implement the blah, blah, blah. What's it called again? Oh yeah, the rank test, rank titles. So if you want to implement the rank titles, let's see. Okay, I didn't actually put I don't have the, do I have the, oh, I don't have the, I do not have the, okay, this is the model now, sorry. I don't have the actual title, the billboard UI, the overhead billboard UI, so let's actually, we don't need this though. Starter character script, let's put this in starter player, starter character. Okay. Here, name tag, server script service. We don't need the leader stats now. And replicated storage. Oops. So let's see if our thing works here. If our rank titles works. So as you can see, we're a newbie. Let's see if we can actually, yeah, it's gonna take a while, but whatever. Also, I have a feeling there's gonna be some people saying how to add like sound effects. You can add sound effects if you want. Just go to like audio. You can actually, I think it's pretty neat that Roblox added like a completely new like sound system or something. Sound library, yeah. They added completely new sound library. Or well, some that are actually the same sounds I have, but oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I think no, they still this one is actually. Oh, what the hell? I can't load. Whatever. And I think this is actually for. Hold on, my bad. This is for. Nope. Go to audio. Yeah, Roblox added a completely new sound effect library, which is pretty cool. Let's go do like energy. I think energy is good. Let's make. You can add this. Like I used this one before. So if you want to just add sound effects, pretty like extremely easy, bro. It's extremely easy. Let's put it anywhere. Let's call this sound for simplicity. So local sound equals main. Oh my god, main dot sound. And then all you have to do is xp dot change, or if you want to add it when the player levels up. So let's do like sound play. That's literally it. That's all I have to do to play sound. If you want another one, just for I don't know, these are pretty bad though. Like, what the hell? I don't even know. Like, there's no really good sound effects, but oh, that's kind of cool though. Sound two. Let's call this sound two, and then we can play it when the player levels up instead. The other one was when the player gains XP. So local sound two equals main. That's sound two, and then sound two we play when the player levels up. So sound two. That's literally it. Okay, so let's actually play this and let's see how these sounds are implemented. Actually, I don't think. Oh yeah, some of these this won't really work good because it's. So yeah, there you go. Gonna level up soon. Now we're level 2. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I can add sound and stuff. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to see more tutorials like this one. If you have a really good suggestion to make, please be sure to let me know in the comments below. And what else do I need? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, if you want, you can join our Discord. Yeah, I don't really use my Discord anymore, but whatever you want to, sure. What else? And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Just be sure to like and subscribe. Helps the algorithm helps the algorithm, and so more people will see this. And yeah, see you guys.